Hi there. So, just come back from Melbourne. It's been a couple of days since I've checked in. Sel's here too. As you can see, she's missed me quite a bit today, or a bit over the last few days. I'm not really home a lot, and she is very, very needy, as anyone who knows me knows. Anyway, so a bit of a check-in, I suppose. So I did that video the other day about trying to motivate myself, think of some of the reasons why I want to make this change in my life. I guess at that time I was still sort of struggling a little bit. I was saying about how I was not feeling physical urges to use, but I would, I guess, almost, I don't know, now that I know a bit more language about it, so it is more of like a mental relapse, or I'm like, basically I would use because in my head I imagine, well, I feel fine now, but how am I going to feel in 2 hours time? How am I going to feel in 3 hours time? And what if it gets to 2 a.m. and I can't get to sleep, and then I can't get on to anybody either. So yeah, that's been a thing. I think I don't know if I mentioned in the last video, but like I'd spoken to Jonesy about respecting that boundary and giving me the space to grow and stuff, which hadn't happened. And partially maybe that hadn't happened because I did keep going over there. But anyway, that cycle has kind of stopped. So Wednesday night I was over there until quite late. I was just finding I was struggling to focus, and I really wanted to smash out my finances, do the books for my business, and I knew I needed a change of environment. I was struggling to get into a workspace, but nowhere was open at 10:30. And I guess I've been in the habit of going to Jonesy's and setting myself up in his kitchen and with my laptop and just smashing out assignments there. So, bit of giving into old habits. But then, yeah, come Thursday was different. Thursday was good. I think. I mean, it was pretty not the greatest. I didn't set myself up for the best start. Because I was up late finishing all of that paperwork, and I was like, look, while I'm on a roll, I'll do November as well, and I'll go back through, and I just kept finding things to add in. So I didn't get home or into bed until about 2:30 or 3 a.m. ish. So naturally I slept through, or kept snoozing a lot of alarms until they wouldn't turn back on again. And I got up at like 11:30 when my mum called to check in on me. No, that was Tuesday, so I can't remember. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I got through the day. It was an emotional day. I had a client that night. I pretty much had not much to do all day. Found some chores to keep me busy. And then I had a client at the very, very end of the day. And I don't know, no criticism to this client at all. I guess we just, she is a client turned friend, especially amidst of all the, I guess, shit and turmoil that's going on in my life right now. She is someone that's kind of like popped forward and popped her hand up. And so I think just to sort of make conversation, or because we were alone in the room together, just asked me how I was, and the discussion of that ended up with kind of me crying a little bit. And not that she had to like get up the table and comfort me or anything, because she couldn't, but I think she felt really bad, and I felt really bad that a period of time that someone's paying me to look after them and help them feel better ended up being half about me. So yeah, I don't know. So I only charged her half, which we kind of argued over, which is nice. But anyway, so look, that just says that May's not doing the greatest. But that's fine. Yesterday when I was feeling really overwhelmed with my emotions, I called Direct Line, which is like Lifeline, but for AOD. And they explained that I'm just going to be really emotional for the first couple of days. So everything's because things that I usually suppress to try not to feel, they're going to kind of come back with a vengeance tenfold, and I'm aware of that when I'm calm, but when you're in the midst of it, it's very, very hard to remember. But yeah, so I made it through Thursday without using. Yesterday was just anxiety ridden. And that's me not taking enough care of myself, and not even in like a self-care kind of sense, in the sense that like I am not being self-reliant enough, which is what I am being encouraged to do right now. And that is evident with the fact that a lot of people are either removing themselves from me, for example, my sister. I'm being removed from things like the MAC program, or when I'm messaging people, they aren't getting back to me. Like, I am literally days for some people. Some other people it's just been a couple of hours, but that's enough to, I don't know, part of me is aware enough, and I'm going, this distress that you're feeling, that you're not hearing back from them, that means that you're relying on them too much. You're leaning on them too much. You need to take a step back. I can say that to myself, but I don't actually know how to put that into practice just yet. But I am really grateful for days like today, where there is an activity or an event that keeps me busy for quite a significant amount of time. So today was the Australian Natural Therapists Association Melbourne seminar, which went from 12 till 6. So of course that's a semi-early morning start. Again, I slept in because of the lapse last night, so I was up late using. So I slept in, which made it a bit of a mad rush this morning. But I got there on time, and yeah, I thought really only one of the topics would be relevant for me, but I managed to get quite a bit of information out of some of the other ones. I tuned out for the TCM one, but that's just because it all flies over my head. So I used that opportunity to catch up on some journaling and message my girlfriend Kelly, who is now over in the Middle East for work. So I can't talk to her as readily or usually as I can when she's here. Not here in Ballarat, but she's in Australia. Yeah. So yeah, I'm feeling quite good today. There were bits of anxiety. So I think I took a Valium at about midday when I got there. Another one around 4. I reckon it was 4, because I was able to dismiss my 4:30 reminder. So I think I'd already taken it. And then, oh no, I think I dismissed it. I don't know. So anyway, I either took the second Valium around 4 or 5 o'clock. And then I took a Seroquel when I got in the car at 6 to come home. And so yeah, I'm feeling pretty cool, pretty chill, pretty zen, not too wound up, not anxious or anything. Nothing like there's a little bit like a mild kind of feeling like at the bottom of my gut, but it's manageable. It's very, very manageable. I've just taken my antidepressant, which has a sedative quality. So yeah, I'm really confident that I'm going to get through today fine. That's no problem at all. I'm trying to, I guess, make a plan for tomorrow. And I don't know. Part of me is waiting for other people to get back to me to make a plan with them. And the other part's like, this is what screwed you over. Well, not screwed you over, but this is what sort of stressed you out yesterday was lack of a plan, and then lack of communication around a plan, and then you felt like your day had no structure. So perhaps it's best for me to be a little bit more independent and make my own structure and make my own plans. And if other people contact me to, do something, I can either say, yeah, I've got time for that, or no, sorry, I'm prioritizing this. So I think that's what this exercise is all about. Yeah, so feeling good. Gonna make plans for myself, and I'm gonna break it down over like things to do for the day. I think I'm gonna just use my normal diary to do that, so I can check my diary and make sure I'm tracking along. What else? I think that's about it. That's about all that I want to say. For those that are watching, who have given me specific bits of advice, I am asking my guides for help. I don't think I remembered to do that yesterday, or I may have been sort of so, aroused and not grounded enough to be able to recognize any signals or signs that my guides were sending me. But I definitely noticed a few that they sent me today, even like getting in the car to come back, and the first sort of like sign you see, where it's like, beware cyclists, or like, look out for speeding. It was drug driving. So I was like, okay, noted, guides, no more drug driving for me. Especially as well, then actually the anti-board staff said that it's really important that not only do we have working with children's checks, but it will probably become legislation that we need to be able to provide a police check for people too. So hopefully that won't kick in for another 4 years, but if it does, then that is an obstacle we will work around. There is no point stressing about it now. But yeah, so today was a good day. My plan for the rest of the day is I know I need to eat, because I haven't eaten since hash browns this morning. They didn't put any food on down there, and I didn't take any food, and because I was by myself, I couldn't justify stopping off somewhere on the way home to get food when I know that there's food here, even though I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Plus, part of me also thinks that if I take my meds on an empty stomach, then I'll go to sleep quicker, which yes will be the case, but as I'm saying it out loud right now to myself, and I'm like, yeah, but then you won't have had enough nutrients and macro and micronutrients today to help you feel great and function tomorrow. You need protein, you need not just energy, you need food. So alright, I'll get onto that. I will. And yeah, make a plan for myself, make dates for myself. But yeah, especially with how emotional the last video was, I just wanted to check in and do something a little bit different. I don't know if we want to count today as day 3 or day 1, but either way, I am feeling good, and I hope that, yeah, we'll be able to see some changes with these videos. Bye everyone.